This is a Prosharp Skate Pal Pro 3 to show cleaning it. They've got one on the internet similar to this, but just want to show some other tips. You've got some screws that are in the top. You use a 4mm hex. Then you have the handle you've got to take out. Normally you can just get in here with a vacuum and vacuum out the inside here. You take off a cover plate here. That's what you use to swap the discs out. Disc looks like one of these. This is got a radius of 10mm and it's got a 252 grip, which is a real coarse for like rental skates. They make a smaller one. It's a 60mm in diameter. It's better for figure skates. And there's the gizmo that goes back and forth. It's got a self-centering clamp that's in here. Anyways, you get in here with the vacuum. You can vacuum all this stuff out. You can bump the carriage to bring it forward to get back in this corner. But every now and then you should probably take the top off. Got 4 screws here that look like this hex head, hex drive. Take those off, then you turn the handle off, take that off, and then this whole thing will pop off. It's got a cord on it. I'm going to put this on a tripod and show it is connected, but it's designed so you can take this off and flop it and not undo the connector down under there. Okay, I've got take the top off, took the 4 screws out. Mine, 3 of them were fairly easy to get off. One I had to kind of grunt around to get it off. It'd just be corrosion. There's a cable on here so you can go through and flip this over. You can get in here with a brush and vacuum a lot of that out. Over here on the track, you've got a rack and pinion, so this is the rack. This unit goes back and forth. So you want to get in here on the guides in here and go through and take a brush, kind of brush that. You use a drafting brush. You can use what they call a chip brush, cheap paint brush. You can get all this, see this debris, that's going to add wear. You get in here with a vacuum. Get a lot of it that mechanically gets stuck because you get this is iron filings, but you get to where it gets affinity to with crud or grease or something, so you can get in here, physically rub it, and then vacuum it. I'm not going to run the vacuum because it'll be too noisy. But see, there's a lot here that I've got over here. You can see that just by going through. So all that stuff over time will tend to help wear the unit out. So what you want to do is every blue moon take this thing out. Now my motor here's got some stuff stuck on it like this, and if you use a rare earth magnet here, you can get in here and pick up a lot of iron filings inside. You don't want to use it up here because you're going to magnetize the fixture. You also may demagnetize the. This has probably got ceramic magnets if I had to guess. I'm not really sure. But run the vacuum here, make some noise. You get a lot of this out. And as you bump this around, you're going to get a little bit more. So if you got the bottom totally clean, you're going to go ahead and get some more just by moving this around. This flips up and down here like this. So I've found by just doing it maybe twice, you can get a little bit more out of there. Some that just gets stuck. This is just a household vacuum, an old Electrolux with a HEPA filter. A lot of this stuff over time you're going to end up having, it'll last longer if you keep it clean. So haven't done this after I've used like 300-400 pairs of skates. It hasn't been done for a while, so I decided just to go through and clean this up. And let me just flip this around here. That is actually the self-centering mechanism here. This self-centers. So you don't have to goof around to figure adjust it as far as if the blade thickness varies. And so the clamp goes through and pulls this in. And these are got slots. So it's self-centering. And see, with time you got some goofs here where this has gone through and the wheels touch this because there wasn't a skate in there. And so with time these probably have to be replaced sometime. And I bought this unit used a few years ago. And then there's an adjustment here to adjust the tension on here, the preload at which this is pushing down on the wheel. There's also one that adjusts the in and out, so you get it self-centered, because the radius of hollow is already defined by the disc here. This is 10 millimeters. So when this is on here, if it's off, you go ahead and move this back and forth. There's an adjustment on there. So when you're all done, you can put this back. The one thing here, first time I had this off before, is it's got some nuts that are captive right under here. And the nuts are free to move around, so you may have to go ahead and get this sort of aligned and move these back and forth. So if you kind of careless like the first time I did this years ago, you may have to put this back to where it is, so that it'll line up with the nuts. And when all this is done, you probably should go ahead, before you start doing a lot of skates, just check to make sure it's aligned, because the motor is tied to this, so that really shouldn't make any difference. There's some older versions of this years ago that weren't the 3. It was a 2, and then there was a 1 that looks totally different. I think it ran on 12 volts. But these are very good units to do production, where you go through and do a lot of rentals, or you just want to hoss out a bunch of skates. You got the fine. This is the coarse, and they have a fine wheel. 2 different diameters. These last a lot longer than like the Sparks unit. You're probably about half the cost per sharpening.